I started panicking and freaking out because she should have been to school. She should have made it.
Two statements, one morning, they cannot both be true. Madeline Soto was 13 years old. On the morning she vanished, nothing looked unusual. That's what makes it harder, because sometimes the most dangerous moments don't look dangerous at all. Morning routines are powerful. They make us stop questioning details. Wake up, get dressed, grab your backpack, leave for school. According to initial reports, that's what happened. Her mother stated she dropped Madeline off near campus. But when attendance records show Madeline never arrived, routine fractured.
Jennifer Soto, JenniferSoto.
Mother.
Mother.
Jennifer, tell me how you feeling right now.
I feel like I can't breathe.
At first, the mind searches for easy explanations. Maybe she walked away.
Is she safe?
Maybe she met
Is she
someone.
okay?
Maybe she skipped.
But
Investigators don't operate on maybes. They operate on verification. And verification didn't match the narrative.
We filed a missing report. We called the police at like 4:45 yesterday, 4:45 p.m. But she actually went missing early that morning, around between 8:45 and 9 o'clock in the morning. She went missing. We had dropped her off close to the school. She wanted to walk the rest of the way. Sorry.
Surveillance footage around the school did not confirm her arrival. And quietly, without cameras rolling, detectives began rebuilding the morning from scratch. There's something unsettling about timelines. Because they don't care about emotion. They don't care about stress or panic. They care about data. Phone records, vehicle movement, timestamps. Investigators began analyzing digital footprints from that morning. And slowly, publicly, everything shifted.
On the day that she disappeared. His name is Stephen Stearns. He was arrested last Thursday. There he is. But not arrested for murder. He was arrested because of what investigators found on his cell phone.
This was no longer described simply as a disappearance after a drop-off. Authorities indicated that the drop-off itself was now in question. The shift was subtle but troublesome, because when the last known location moves, the entire case changes. Now, the question isn't where did she go? It becomes, when did this actually begin?
When the detective asks where Madeline slept that night,
In bedroom number 4.
Okay. And what about Stefan?
Bedroom number 4.
Okay. Is it normal for both of them to sleep in the same room?
Sometimes, when I really need a good night's sleep, I will send them upstairs.
the next morning, Jennifer Soto said she didn't see her daughter, and it wasn't until she came to pick her up after school that she found out she had never made it there. She called Madeline's best friend.
In high-stress situations, stories can change. Memory can become foggy, and details can blur. But investigators distinguish between human error and contradictions supported by evidence. Officials later stated that the evidence they collected did not align with the initial account given that morning. Then came the announcement no one wanted. Madeline was found deceased. The missing child case became a homicide investigation. An arrest was made, someone connected to the household. And suddenly, the early hours of that morning carried enormous weight. In cases like this, prosecutors will focus on sequence. What happened first? Who moved where? When did the narrative change? Because when timelines evolve after evidence is introduced, it raises psychological question. Was the story incomplete? Or was it designed to redirect?
Stearns was also asked about disturbing images found on his phone. It was at that point he asked for a lawyer. News 6's Ezzy Castro went through the interview and has more about the case.
There's a moment in many cases like this, a space between the first public statement and the release of verified evidence. That space is where tension lives, because humans fill it with instinct, investigators fill it with data, and viewers fill it with theory. But what remains constant is this. A 13-year-old girl left her home and never returned. The official timeline changed. The location changed.
Well, new evidence shows 2 cars were driving from the place where the body of 13-year-old Madeline Soto's body was dumped in Osceola County.
We're going from one really tough story to another here. Yeah, West 2's Bob Hazen reports.
The understanding of that morning changed. And when understanding changes, trust shifts with it. Madeline Soto should have been sitting at her desk. Instead, her name is now part of a case built around minutes that did not align. In court, every discrepancy will be tested. Every digital trace will be examined. Every version of that morning will be compared. Because in the end, truth does not rely on hearsay. It relies on consistency. What are your thoughts? Did Madeline's mother's inconsistencies come from fear and worry? If you've enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, guys, stay safe.